keep it 1 for 100. My men keep it 1 for 100. My ladies keep it 1 for 100. My peoples keep it 1 for 100.
100.
Welcome to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports on this Sunday afternoon. Got college, got high school, now the NFL jumps off, man. And you know what, folks? Great weekend of college football, high school football. Everybody played this week. Now you got the NFL teams jumping off. Everybody got their favorite team. My Cowboys kick off this afternoon. East team kicked off the Packers. I don't know who Jonah's team is. San Fran. They'll play. They played Monday night against the Jets. It'll be a good game. But folks, like I said, glad you guys can join us. Jonah, Big E, got everybody in the house today. I love it when in the house like being in the Lord's house. Love it when we all get together. What's up, Big E?
Oh, nothing much. Just another week of class and work and watching football.
Did you go to the game yesterday?
I did.
Yeah. You was probably very disappointed?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stay there for a second.
Yeah.
Jonah, I saw your boy kicked off their season. They're 1-0. You part of the what, chain gang?
I was that night.
Yes.
Never again.
Never, as a parent that your son starts on both sides of the ball, you should ever do the chain game.
I didn't get to record anything.
Nothing. But at least we got one of his big runs, so hopefully we can put it up. But guys, like I said, it's Sunday afternoon. We'll get the show jumping. We got a special guest today. Folks, I'm gonna tell you, people might quit coming on the show.
Why?
Because when they come on, they get beat.
Oh.
I mean, KD, when we talked to him last week, he was 100% they was going to beat Owasso, right? Big E?
Yeah.
I mean, he was, and Owasso, we'll talk about them here in a minute, but they're 2-0. They knocked off the two best teams in Big 6A, but like I said, we'll talk about them. But I really think Deer Creek is going to be fighting for that Big 6A. But like I said, we're going to get the show started. Like I said, we'll have our special guest to be Moore's senior quarterback, Malik Miller. We'll have him on here a little bit, talk about what they got planned for this season. I know they beat Westmore already. They had a bye week, so they'll jump off and have sophomore this week. So that should be put them 2-0 and be the Moore champions. So the trophy will go back to their school, and he's the second quarterback to beat Westmore. So that's big time. So like I said, we'll talk about him and his team and, what his future holds. And like I said, the young man has got himself a little bit bigger, throwing the ball good. So we'll talk about him. But we're going to let Big E talk about them Boomer Sooner recap.
Game was rough. Offensive struggles continue.
What is it? Line?
I think
play calling.
I don't
QB?
know. I think
all of it.
It's all of it. Like especially in that game, against Temple, it was the O-line, and then yesterday, there was, O-lines, they can't protect. Jackson Arnold's making the wrong throws and the wrong reads, and then the play calling wasn't good. Like, we kept running that jet motion crap that wasn't working the whole game. I don't know. No idea.
You know why?
But
I'll tell you one why. Because you got a guy that's not an offensive mind coach.
Right.
He was a defensive guy. He played defense. Not saying you can't be an offensive mind.
I thought he was a fullback.
A fullback, but he looked like a defensive mind coach.
How do you look?
Talking about Latrell?
Latrell, man. Nice guy.
I think he just is a.
I think your quarterback's a crybaby. You're a grown ass man. You're getting paid good money to be NIL deals, and you're a Gatorade, whatever you are. But every time they show a picture of you going to the bench, you're throwing a fit. So why would I want to play for a guy?
I can understand his frustration.
Frustration of what? Throw the damn ball.
He has no protection.
He doesn't have the.
And make everything short, quick.
That's but he's called.
If you listen to his post game interview, he wasn't passing the blame to nobody. It was like, it's me. I got to get better.
Yeah, he does, but you got a guy behind us probably better.
That's never going to happen.
But that's what I'm talking.
Okay, here's the thing. Everybody keeps talking about backup quarterback.
You got a guy that's proven himself. You got a guy that's proven himself.
He hasn't proven himself. Thompson? With his injuries and everything?
It don't matter.
He had one good season at Texas. That's it.
Hey, he can't be no better than that guy.
Eight years in college football.
You're telling me that guy
after that season,
that guy cannot throw the ball down the field, Biggie. He cannot throw the ball down the field. Every ball he's thrown down the field, except the one with old boy broke his leg, he has not thrown anything.
Houston's DBs were blanketing our wide receivers last night. there was nowhere to throw the ball.
Screens. I mean,
When did he miss a screen pass?
I'm not talking. I'm saying offensive coordinators put some screens in, quick slants.
Yeah,
out.
I mean, yeah, I
Tight-
agree. But
we
that's
doing
not,
we doing
that's
the
not
Midwest
Jackson's
City
fault.
1989 pop pass
Yeah.
That's
to the
what
tight
it
end.
It's not the play calling is not Jackson's fault. They're not letting Jackson call the plays.
Were there 2 linemen out too though?
Do what?
Yeah,
I
that
think
big
there were 2
66
starter
was out.
linemen out.
Yeah, 2 or 3, I think. But anyways, and then everybody talks about, oh, we got to get another quarterback in there.
But is
I
that
think-
quarterback
I think
not
that
better
Caleb-
than the backup
I'm
quarterback
not
is?
sure. I mean, I think everybody, all the OU fans, they're still stuck on what happened when Caleb Williams came in for Spencer Rattler and how that worked out.
No, you're right.
And I don't think, I'm sorry, like Michael Hawkins, he could be really, really good. Is he Caleb Williams good? I don't know. So I get so frustrated when I hear people saying, like, oh, we need to get another quarterback in there. It's his 3rd game starting. He's going to have to learn some things. He's going to have his struggles and
he's
everything.
throwing-
And throwing
Eight. Can I
He's
get a
throwing
TV
No,
five.
timeout?
hold on. Let me finish.
He's
Let me
thrown
finish.
5
Let me
picks.
finish.
He's throwing
Let me
5
fi-
picks in 3 games.
He didn't have any picks against Temple. He threw 1 pick last night, and then he had what? He had those 2 against
He had
in the
4.
bowl game.
He had 4 in the bowl.
In the bowl.
Nebraska
Four
started a
or
true
6.
freshman.
No, I'm just saying, but people think that an unexperienced quarterback should be subbed out for a true freshman. No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Why
Nebraska
not?
You gotta
started,
trust-
Nebraska
you gotta
started
trust
two freshmen and just beat.
Okay,
beat-
that's different. I'm not. Michael Hawkins is not Dylan Raiola. Michael Hawkins is not Caleb Williams. He is talented, but
just beat Prime time.
I'm just saying, like,
Prime.
you
Prime
got to
with
give
his
it to
gold
him.
whistle. Prime with his gold whistle. He just beat him.
God damn it. He got props and shit.
Hey,
But,
he,
yeah.
he just beat him last night, Big E.
But
Talk
16
to me.
points. And most of them
Yeah.
off. How much was off? I mean, defense, really, because the defense.
8
put
points
him in
he scored off
You had the
defense.
muff punt. Yeah, you had the
Right.
muff
8
punt.
points, and you got a safety.
Yeah, and then you got a safety.
That
so,
ain't going to
but-
do anything in the
No,
SEC.
no,
Right.
You're going to get
Yeah,
spanked
they
by
got.
Tennessee.
They definitely got to figure things out. I think if they play this week, if they play Tulane how they played
They gonna
last
get beat
night,
by
they're gonna
Tulane.
get they're gonna get beat, and it
Tulane
probably
should
wouldn't
have
even be
beat.
close.
Yeah, Tulane
So-
should have beat.
K-State,
K-
yeah,
yeah.
but
Had
yeah,
more votes.
that'll be. I mean, they got to get stuff figured out quick, because you got in 2 weeks you got Tennessee rolling into town, and they look really good. Probably the best D line in the SEC.
Ooh-wee.
Like you got to get stuff figured out quick if you're gonna have a
You know,
good season.
Hyper going to put at least.
Yeah, and
80.
that's another thing. Heupel's gonna
He gonna put 80
he's
on
gonna
him.
throw everything in the kitchen sink at us, So it's that'll be rough. But I mean, defense, they did step up when they needed to. There was some
I
broken coverages. There was some,
I think 28 is overhyped.
No, he's good. He's
no,
good.
I mean, he led the
Nah,
team in tackles.
man.
He led the team in
make plays,
tackles.
man. He makes play after
If
play
you're
after
talking
play.
about that one play where he
Well,
had that bad pursuit angle, that
He
was
has
the
bad
only one.
angles.
I don't
but-
care. He still make play after play. He
He
keep
was
you lined
he was all
up.
over the field, leading
Yeah,
tackler.
he is, man.
I think he
15 total
overhyped
tackles,
him.
12 of them are solo.
Huh?
He can't tackle open field.
I mean, we can work on that, but I'm saying he's a gamer. I
He's
take
a ball hawk.
I take him
But it's still
over.
overhyped.
I know you're talking about the QB, but to me, Jackson Arnold, I think he's kind of overhyped, man. I think he's one of those guys, man, that hey, we read in too much, like he's this and this in high school, but he don't have any leadership.
He might
man.
be overhyped, but I think
One,
it's
he
too
didn't
soon
have
to sub
any-
him out for
He
somebody.
didn't have any
I'm not
weapons.
saying sell him out, but I'm saying, hey,
mean-
make the game easier for him. Let's get the run game going. I mean,
go
That's
in-
another thing.
yeah,
Go
we
in
gotta
two
get the
tight
run
ends.
game. Yes,
You-
Going, I don't think they can run the ball.
yeah, man.
but-
Barnes gets through the hole, man.
Barnes will get you two.
I mean, he's going. But you started with
I think
Sasha
you should
Rack.
go-
He's
Sasha Rack.
he's not ready, man. He's
Sasha?
not. Sasha's not ready. I mean, I know
I
he had a
think-
hell of a year last year, but he's not the answer.
Saw
Big E.
Chuck.
Saw Chuck, whatever. Sasha, sit your butt on the bench and cheer.
I think you need to go.
You go with Barnes and you go with
I think
Lamb.
you need to go 2 tight ends.
You go two backs.
And go 2
Shit.
backs and just go power.
You the SEC. That's what it's all about. Line up and hit him in the
Until your
mouth.
receivers come back.
But the team, you talk about OU being this big top national rank every year, right?
Yep.
Why in the hell we don't have any linemen?
I don't know.
I mean, but you got.
We have linemen.
What's the
We
D-
have-
what's
They
the
all-
what's the old
we
line
ha-
coach
one of the
name?
dudes
Beambo.
left.
we have linemen, but they're injured. There's guys
So,
banged up all
Smitty?
over the place.
That's
Smitty,
the Smitty effect.
Smitty, sit down, relax, go drink your 18-pack of Miller Lite,
Every time he's there, there's
relax, and get these guys healthy. Because I'm telling you right now, you can't go in the SEC with that line right now. You won't
No.
win a ball game. They might not win another ball game.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
3-0 and
I mean, I don't even know even if they was in the Big 12, they wouldn't win the Big 12 this year.
no.
Probably not.
That's Utah.
Yeah, Utah's good. Oklahoma State, what do you think?
No.
I mean,
that tailback is horrible. He's just all
Ollie.
Yeah, one good year.
And then they got a
he
midget.
he definitely got outperformed by Arkansas's running back that game for
Jackson.
sure. Yeah, that
22,
guy's good.
and he was hurt every other play.
Yeah,
but
so,
he got cramped up though, man. But,
yeah.
But that was the dumbest play call. They know you're going to run it. Why would you not pull it? Actually, what you even do on that, you do a tight end dump.
Yeah.
You know?
That was the only thing that OU could score on last night.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about Arkansas should have took that play from OU, the tight end dump.
Yeah.
Because they should have faked it, then dumped it because it was wide open. They were selling. Everybody sold for the run. They knew they was going to run. I mean, and who was calling the plays for them? Petrino?
Yeah, Bobby Petrino.
I mean, he out there riding a bike with a secretary. Calm down.
He's a riding a bike with a secretary.
But yeah, OU. It
sad.
looks like we're going to be in for a long season.
And you shouldn't be. You know, and I got to give it. I got to give
defense he's gonna have.
I got to give the Venables though, because he didn't make no excuses after the game.
He said
Yeah.
we should have got beat.
Yeah, he should have got. He said we did everything to get beat.
Yeah.
You know, but I said, you know, you don't have any. What's the word I'm looking? You don't have any.
They don't have any
playmakers that, I mean, really on offense, you really don't. I know when you get Anderson back, that's going to help a lot.
Well, you got to think you're missing Anderson. You're missing Farouk. You're missing Jaden Gibson's out for the season. You're missing
from Michigan.
I can't think of his name right now. But
Michigan,
Anthony,
he didn't play last night?
No.
Number 6?
Yeah.
Why?
But,
no, that's
no. From the dude that they got, Andrell Anthony, the dude that they got. So, but
what was wrong with him?
You're missing.
He tore his
ACL last season in the Texas game. So he's still recovering from that.
Recovering?
Yeah,
but
I think you should get all those receivers. Well, minus Farouk and Gibson, you should get those receivers back before Tennessee. So, or like in that week leading up to the Tennessee game. I don't know.
That big old lineman, number 66, though.
They don't have any dogs online.
Yeah, they don't. I mean,
they're not pushing.
They're inexperienced.
Right.
Like
there's
dudes
the ball and he's trying to pull his helmet off after the
The
fact,
thing with the O-line and Bill Bedenbaugh, like he's recruited O-line really well in the past couple cycles. It's just Bedenbaugh has always preferred experience over, you know, talent and stars and everything, which I get that. Like you look at the guys on the O-line, they're not starting any freshmen on that O-line just because, you know, other guys are experienced. So you're playing, you know, guys that are transferred in, and, you know, they've never really, I mean, really the transfers that we got weren't really any good. I think a lot of the freshmen from a talent standpoint are going to be better than them, but it's just Bedenbaugh's always preferred experience in that aspect. So I think you got to give some of those younger guys a shot, which I think O-line's one of those positions you definitely want experience out there. But I think you got to give those guys a fair shake because the O-line that we have right now just isn't working.
No, I think the defense is playing good ball. The D-line is playing really good, you know. And they're not even playing guys like Stone. I don't even know if he got any reps last night.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they got a really good interior with Jaden Jackson and Grayson Holden.
What about the guy? What's the other guys from IMG that played with Stone?
Oh,
Jaden Jackson.
Yeah,
that's the dude I was talking about.
The best
that's
guy
what
is probably the dude from TCU.
Yeah, Dominic Williams. Yeah, I mean, that interior D line. I mean, it's going to be tough to run inside.
Yeah, and the backers are not bad though.
But
I mean, Lewis 10, he does a good job. So,
yeah, Kip Lewis.
I think he's the best back.
Secondary's not bad. You know, they're not getting beat. At one time, Gentry got beat, but he fell down. The guy overthrew him. But Houston came with a good game plan though. I mean,
milk the clock.
You know what I'm saying? Milk the clock, keep them off, and I mean, you just didn't. They can't continue a drive though. That's the biggest thing. They can't get, you know, third down. They're not converting
rhythm is
them.
horrible.
Yeah, the play calling is really bad, man.
And
I don't like them. And I know Latrell's trying to figure it out, man. He's aged. He's aged from the time he got the job to now. I mean, he looked like Benjamin Button. Yeah, I mean,
I think what they should do is after this season, if
go
the
get
play calling doesn't include
it, go get it. Go
get it. I like that dude from UNLV. I like his offense a lot.
Somebody else said that, Big E.
I think that should be their guy. Write up a blank check. He can come up with a number, sign up. Because, I mean, these defenses that we're having, I mean, that's the most frustrating thing about being an OU fan. You have a really good offense that could win a national championship. You don't have the defense to back it up. Now you got a defense that's really good, could win a national championship, but you don't have the offense.
I don't know why they got rid of the quarterback that went over to Oregon. They were so
I think they were too scared of losing. I think they had a lot of faith in Jackson. They were too scared of losing him in this transfer portal age. I mean, you look at how Dylan Gabriel has been playing good, but Oregon, that's 2 games in a row that they should have lost.
Yeah, I bet Big E. Like I told Jonah before we walked in here, I think the transfer portal has made all these teams equal. You saw, you know, Notre Dame gets beat at home. You know, right? This team $104 million check to come play him and get beat by him. And this is what I mean. They're not even a Power 5 team, but the problem is when you looked at Arkansas yesterday, you looked at a lot of these guys that was in the transfer portal. They were at smaller schools, so these guys instead of going to junior college, they might go to a smaller school. Then get picked up by a Power 5, and that's what you're seeing. A lot of these kids like, man, this kid played at this small school, but now he gets up to the big Power 5, and he's balling out. And you're seeing it all over all over the college now that, hey, I can go play at a smaller school, stay there for a year or two, then get a transfer portal. I'm going to get picked up because they're going to pick you up. If you play college ball, they're going to pick you up. I mean, you saw that with McConnell. He played a couple years at Minnesota. Now he's playing over at Vanderbilt. I mean, you're just seeing it all over.
Vanderbilt's having a really good start to the season.
Did they win again yesterday?
Yeah.
They did. So, I'm just saying, I think it's wide open. I know Georgia's number one.
I got Georgia out of SEC. I got Utah, Big 12. I got USC, Big 10.
Yeah, it could be USC. I don't know about Ohio State.
ACC. No, Ohio State's
ACC is going to be Miami. Hurricanes.
Miami, yes.
Hurricanes tough.
So you got those 4.
I mean, then everybody else can fall in place. If OU finish in the top 10, they're going to be in the playoffs.
Well, you ain't worried about playoffs.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, that's what you want to get to. Like I was saying, I think all the schools are pretty much equal now. I mean, with the transfer portals, kids leaving, going to play at a smaller school than getting picked up by a big school. You looked at Arkansas yesterday. Arkansas gave that game away to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State, to me, we're talking college, but Oklahoma State, to me, is not a very good team in the Big 12. I know they got a bunch of guys returning. I mean, the quarterback's 25, 26 years old, but he can't throw a 5-yard out or a slam. He could throw the deep ball, but once teams figure him out, all you got to do is play the safety over top.
I mean, if you watch, all they were doing, it was either, it was like a little screen pass, or they were trying to get the ball to Ollie, or they were just snap it, throw the fade ball.
Yeah, but
their offense is so easy to defend against.
And that's because you got Dunn. Is that who does their
Casey Dunn? Yeah,
Casey Dunn is not a very. I mean, you guys. I mean, I know these guys have been on staff, but you got to go get somebody that's going to be creative, and that's why Lincoln, where he's at USC.
OSU has never been a program or anything to adapt or change or anything like, when. Even with Les Miles, and then they get Mike Gundy. Mike Gundy's Mike Gundy's too old fashioned. He's not going to go get one of these new younger coordinators. They're not going to.
Well, he should go get somebody ready to replace him anyway, though.
They're not adapting to the NIL.
Why go get somebody that's going to replace?
Because he's almost done.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't see OSU getting rid of him until he's dead.
Right.
So
why go get somebody that's going to show you up, and that's what you're going to have to hear?
I know. I
Most
feel you on
coaches
that.
are like that.
Yeah, I feel you. But it's like Michigan, That's why Harbaugh got the hell out. He knew what he had coming back. He's like, man, hey, brother, this is all you.
There you go.
hey, Michigan got an African-American coach. It's all you because I'm not going to be here.
He's American. He's not from Africa.
Oh, well, American. I mean, whatever you want to call it.
Their coach actually played at OU.
Yeah, he did. He's offensive line coach. He was offensive line coach. But what I'm saying is that, you look at Texas. I think Texas is the real deal. I don't care what you say. I mean, Texas is the real deal. I mean, they got all the pieces, running back, receivers, quarterback, and your backup quarterback. So that's a team that say, hey, our backup quarterback is ready to go. He's ready to go. I don't like to say, can't say about Hawkins, but, if you look at the top, the top 25, you see a lot of teams get beat yesterday. Notre Dame goes down. Kansas goes down. Illinois. And you look at, Kansas got a lot of guys coming back.
Looked like Alabama was going to get beat for a little bit.
Alabama, man. I'm just telling you, Nick Saban is a big. He's going to win you 10 games just because he's going to. I just don't think this guy's going to be like Nick Saban. He's not going to get your mix. Yes, he played for a national championship and all those things, but he's not going to be Nick Saban. And
I just think their roster's too loaded.
Alabama,
I think they'll be competing for an SEC title.
Why do you think it's too loaded?
Like you got receivers everywhere, running backs good, quarterbacks good, O line's good.
Yeah, but they don't. But if they're doing that, be blowing. Georgia says, "Hey, we're gonna blow you out."
Right.
Ohio State, we're gonna blow you out.
Well, even when Saban was coaching at Alabama, you had one of those games almost every year where it's like
but
maybe this is their one game.
No, the last week they did. Yeah, they're beatable. They're gonna get beat. They're gonna get beat.
They're
twice
gonna get beat, but I think they're gonna compete.
Did they play Texas?
Yeah.
Or OU?
They play OU.
They play OU.
They play OU at OU, and then Texas.
You talk about Houston came to OU and should have beat us at OU. So until OU can get things fixed,
what I was trying to say, Texas could beat Alabama.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they did it last year.
And Texas might win it all this year. They easily can win it all this year. I mean, they got the pieces. They got a good defense. They swarm to the ball. The quarterback is good. I mean, people can say they don't like him, but he's a hell of a
Only thing that will hurt them is the coach.
Why?
He usually does something stupid.
Man, he's a G, dog.
That may be true.
He a G, dog. He's a G.
That
Dressed good.
Might be true.
Got him a queen on his shoulder.
I don't know if they're still together.
Well, he said it yesterday because somebody asked him, said, "Who dressed?" He said, "My queen."
I guess he called. He got her back.
Hey, if he don't, he gonna go get another one. Once you go, once you go
black, you don't go back.
He ain't going back. But I'm just saying though. But if you looked at the top 25, can you pull it up real quick before we bring Malikai?
Yeah.
The college top 25. Let's kind of go through them real quick.
Which I think is stupid.
Yeah,
it's all helmets.
It's all helmets. You right. If you looked at the top 25,
is this week 3 or 2?
They just came out with the rankings today. So
who we got?
3. So you got, I think it was Georgia 1, Texas 2.
Texas?
Yeah.
Who was 2?
Ohio State.
Oh,
so they jumped them then, huh?
Yeah.
Beat Michigan. Okay.
Which I was never high on Michigan coming in.
No.
They
They don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
They're worse than OU.
Right.
You got a walk-on quarterback.
Then you got Ole Miss.
Hey, Ole Miss.
Out of the
Dart.
top 6 schools,
Did you see Dart?
all of them but one are SEC schools.
You see Dart? He was like 25 for. He didn't throw a touchdown pass as he threw one late, but
I think the SEC is open as most it's going to be this year.
Yeah, I don't know what Missouri did to jump up 3 spots.
You can see. Was that Mississippi? Is it Ole Miss? You can see them.
Ole Miss, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee's good. Their quarterback's good. But
Georgia,
hey, we don't.
Texas.
I think OU's defense is going to keep them in games. So and they're going to get some turnovers. They're going to get some things done. They'll get the offense figured out. They will.
OSU jumped in Texas and Kansas State jumped.
A bunch of people.
OSU dropped.
Missouri moved up 3 spots.
OSU jumped Oklahoma and
what?
Yeah, Tennessee jumped 7 spots.
How do you? They jumped OU.
They jumped and Kansas State.
Yeah.
What's OU rate?
15.
15. Yeah, OU didn't move from last week to this week.
So where did Oklahoma State go?
Oklahoma State
13.
went to 13. Yeah, they're right behind Utah.
Who?
But is this legit or is this like a reporter?
Yeah, no, this is AP. This is from the Associated Press.
Help me, college man. How can OSU jump OU?
Because they beat Arkansas.
They beat Arkansas.
Oh, they beat SEC. We beat a Big 12 team.
Okay, a Big 12 team that's going to finish at the bottom of the Big 12.
Houston might win it. You don't know.
No, they're not.
Gonna blow everybody out.
No, it's either going to be Utah, it's going to be OSU, or it's going to be Kansas State.
Utah
or Arizona. I like Arizona a lot.
I forgot about Arizona.
Yeah.
Still got to go.
No, hell no.
He's not winning another game this year.
Prime, he'll be Colorado State.
Yeah.
It sounds overrated. What did Travis Hunter play yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He do anything?
He had
a
most
few
of all
catches.
the plays.
Did he? I didn't get to watch the game because I was too busy pouting like Arnold how we was playing.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
y'all ready to bring on this guest?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Well, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back after what?
After one of our sponsors.
Keep it at 100 Oklahoma High School Sports on this Sunday afternoon. Be right back.
The gang's the same, but we changed the name, and we're now Chaos Customs OKC. Still your one-stop shop for all your vehicle upfitting and accessory needs. With almost 30 years in the business, we're your go-to for lift kits, wheels, tires, spray liners, bed covers, leather, fleet solutions, and so much more. Give us a call today at 405-778-8878.
Folks, welcome back to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. I've been getting this man's name messed up, but that's one thing I do, so at least I keep it 100. If I mess your name up, I just mess it up, not because I mean to, it's because I don't know how to do it right. So we got a special guest today, Mr. Malikai Miller, coming from Moore, Oklahoma, the outstanding quarterback, senior quarterback, got the win over Westmore, had a week off. What's up, Malikai? How you doing?
What's up, man? Doing good, feeling good after that win. That's a big one.
That's a big win,
Hey, Malikai.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you need a quarterback.
Man.
Oh, you need a quarterback.
I have to.
You probably start right now.
Malachi said he want to finish his senior season.
I think OSU need one more than OU, but
whatever.
Yeah,
somebody needs a quarterback.
Somebody.
The state of Oklahoma needs a quarterback. Yeah.
Malachi, man, I know you got that big win against Westmore, and that makes you the second quarterback to ever beat Westmore. So how do you feel about that? That's big time.
That feels good, man. A lot of people, even our own school, really didn't believe in us. But I was telling the guys since last year, all worried about Westmore, and we need to just worry about our season. And so I feel like when we started worrying about like other game stuff, it took the stress off. Like, hey, this is gonna be a big game. So we just went out there and performed and acted like it was another game. And you seen the score at the end of the game, so I don't gotta say.
You ain't got to say much about the score. You know, when you have a big rival like that, me and my brother, we both played at Midwest City, and our big rival's Dell City. And the rival's not like it is in the Moore area anymore. But when you bring the Westmore and Moore game together, it was a good crowd. A lot of people come out and support. First game of high school football, so you guys got to open up Thursday night. Everybody else wasn't playing, so you guys got a chance to have the spotlight to yourself. But, going into that game and then you lose a big-time player like CJ, what was y'all's, action like? Man, we lose, especially you, a guy that, somebody you throw the ball to. What was your reactions, losing that, then, going into this big ball game?
I mean, honestly, a lot of people always say that CJ was like our team, but obviously, like, we won the game this year, and a lot of times with those big-time players like him, people overlook what other players we have, and so when he left, it just opened up the opportunity and big window for some of the, sophomores, juniors, or even the 2025s to step up and be like, hey, now that a player like that left, that means I'm going to get more touches. So we all kind of got in our bag. We all fine-tuned everything that we need to. So, I mean, I gave everybody that started and even some of the backups catches. So it just gave me another opportunity to spread the ball more and not have to worry about, I got this big-time player, let me just throw it to him. So just kind of
No, go ahead, finish. My fault.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh no, you talk about you throwing the ball, man. You dropped a couple of dimes in there on Westmore, and I really thought Westmore DBs. I mean, not taking that from Dobbins because I know it's his first year there, but when you got a defensive back like Dobbins that coaches DBs and and that can get these guys ready to cover it and be in man press and all that. I feel like you dropped a lot of good dimes in there. You ran the ball and you had to run the ball, but you sat in the pocket real well and then you threw the ball good. So that's something I have to say from last year to this year. Not saying last year was bad, but you could tell it's something that you worked over all summer is getting your guys ready. Because I think you guys are fast and I think you guys can do some big things in the 6A football. I know everybody's looking at Bigsby's been beat. Jinx get beat, so I think you got to go put on your big boy shoes and go play every Friday or Thursday night to let people know. Because I think 6A's open. I think 6A1's open. I think a lot of when you start getting kids that transfer, everybody talk about, hey, let's give Tuttle the trophy, but I don't know if Tuttle can beat Wagner or beat some of these other teams. It's going to be tough because you add somebody like CJ and you add the twins from Newcastle. I don't think that makes you a great team. I mean, Jinx added 20-some guys to their roster, and they just got beat by a team that, hey, with a new head coach, and he comes out, and puts it on you 42 at your house.
Damn.
At your house. I mean,
yeah, that's kind of
you know what I'm saying? So, I know a lot of guys, Coach Brian's kind of a tough coach to play for, but at the end of the day, my boys play for Brian. I know he's hard-nosed, but, he's going to get you guys, ready for each week, game in and game out. And I know this week y'all are preparing for Westmore. Sophomore. What do you see on Sophomore that, hey, what they do good and some things that you guys can take advantage of?
To be honest, their defensive line is actually pretty good. They got a junior, or they got 2 juniors and like a senior, and one's supposed to be like this big time D lineman, but I'm not freaked out or anything. I mean, my whole high school career, I done played against Bixby, I done played against every Tulsa school, so this is just like another day in the park, but at the same time,
I love it.
overlook South, and I mean, they just beat Westmore too, and that was their first, win since 2022 of September. And so it was like, dang. So obviously it might be a tougher competition than Westmore. At the end of the day, we don't look at the name on the shirt. It's football, anything happens. So we just gonna go out there and play like it's.
My man said December of 22.
That's the last time they won a game.
Right.
September, I think he said.
Oh, September.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because they wouldn't be playing in December.
That's the last time sophomore won a game is in September of 22.
Yeah, Yeah.
Man, that's a. Ooh.
I know they was.
I know everybody in them stands had
I
them
know
brown bags.
They was in the
They
drinking and everything.
They had a party. Who threw the party that night? Who threw the party that night? My God. Who in more threw at sophomore threw the party that night, man? I know they got a couple good guys because they played on my 7-on-7 team. Some of those guys did, so I know they got some young, up and coming players over there at sophomore. But I feel like you guys got your line up front's big. I think your running game. Didn't get to see a lot of it, but I saw what you could do with the ball in your hand. But who are some of your running backs? So didn't one come from Westmore?
Yeah, so actually we got a transfer. His name is Jaden Williams, and he plays safety and running back for Westmore. But he came over with the whole Coach Zoe leaving. There was about 11 of them came over.
Dang.
I think Coach in to be head coach at Westmore. So all of them transferred back. Only 2 of them stayed. My
Center.
My left guard, Jay Larney, and then Jaden Williams stayed. And Jaden was like a big time player. He got some of the same O's I got. He pretty good, and he's like hard nosed football. He like downhill running, which opens up me to not, I don't always have to run 24/7 now. So with him being like, I don't know, he's just a good running back, good all around player for us. So helped out a lot.
So you said they had 11 guys to transfer over there with you to more than when Coach White got there, they all went back?
9.
Yeah.
Dang. Man, I bet they should have stayed.
9 went back or 11 went back?
I guess 9 went back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man. Woo. And they got beat like that? Woo.
Yeah.
I mean, his first year, it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, tell me, you talk about your recruiting. How's it going, Are you planning on trying to play quarterback in college, or are you going to try to play on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah. It's been going good. Last year when we talked, you asked the same question. It's still the same response wherever the college needs me on to go. But right now, I got a couple offers for DB, couple offers for quarterback, one for athlete. I know that OSU and I have been talking a lot, so it was kind of funny that you said Oklahoma needs a quarterback because there's that quarterback. So pretty much after the first couple of games, go talk to them some more. I feel like I should be able to get it. I mean, to be honest, like I know hockey stuff, but like there's not a whole lot of quarterbacks doing what I'm doing at 6A1 for sure, which is the highest level, and all of the 2025s already committed,
yes, sir.
which I gave them offers to.
So
like OSU, they like their dual threat quarterbacks, and I feel like I can go play that role, and I'm staying home, staying closer.
Yeah. So how big are you?
I'm 5'10". I'm 5'10", 165 right now. So I'm not big, but I'm not just horribly small.
I mean, if a team really wanted you, a big Power 5 wanted you to play DB, could you go play DB? Are you playing any DB right now for the high school team, or just strictly quarterback?
Yes. I can go DB. I asked Coach Bryant over. I said, Coach, can I go locked on with the best receiver at Westmore? So I was island up all game Westmore until about the fourth quarter when I started cramping. I was island up with Isaiah. It was just me and him. 0 catches, 0 yards.
Well, I hate to tell you, though, the only thing they had no yards and rushing neither. So whoever your defense coordinator, he pitched a shutout.
Yeah.
Say that about him. I love Coach White, but man, I tell you right now, they got a lot of work to do. But that's what happens when you have 3 schools in there, and will Coach White get it done here in a few years? Yes, everything goes right, he probably should. But more got the upper hand, man. They got better kids right now. You guys look really, sound. I mean, really did. I mean, just what you put up. What was your numbers that night? You put up good numbers. What were they that night?
I put up 13 for 16 passing, 201 yards, and then 68 on the.
And how many TDs?
2 throwing TDs.
See, I mean, that's big time, man. That's a good night against a big time school. Who do y'all have in y'all's district that you gotta fight to get in the playoffs? What's gonna be some of the teams that you gotta battle to get into the playoffs?
Really, after all these upsets and stuff, I'm gonna just say everybody right now.
There it is
I
wide
mean,
open.
yeah, every week is because I mean Norman. We all thought that Norman was gonna lose to Norman North, but you seen what happened in that game. I mean, it was like what? Well, Norman was up by a lot, and then Norman North came back late in the game. Those are two great teams. Then we got Southmore that just beat Westmore, so we can't take them lightly. Then the next week we got Norman North, and then we opened up with Jinx, which is still Jinx at the end of the day. Then we have Bixby. We had to end our regular season with Deer Creek.
Yeah.
We have who else am I missing?
You got Yukon or Mustang in your district?
Yeah, we have Mustang that we still got to go battle with. I mean, every week is going to be head on the grind. We can't take this lightly. And then we also have, we got Edmond North, which they just beat Santa Fe, which was, got Demarius Robinson. So, I mean, so every week that we got to go in with our head down. So it's not going to be light.
So at one point in time, Santa Fe had you and Newton at that quarterback over there?
Yeah.
And so either one of y'all are not there, so he's at Carlisle, you're at Moore. That's kind of funny. Who's their quarterback now over there at Santa Fe?
It's this dude named Cason Delgado. He's like class of 2027. They seem like they're trying to throw a lot more with him, but
Was you not a throwing quarterback at first, or did you just become a throwing quarterback?
He didn't like, I guess, trust us to throw. But when he moved in, it seemed like they're trying to throw a whole lot more.
So do you ever talk to Newton since he's over at Carlisle now, and you guys still kind of keep in touch?
Yeah, we always talk. We still got love for each other. We it was never like a personal thing.
What about CJ? You still talk to him?
Yeah, I just popped out to the Newcastle versus Total game. It was probably about 15 of us that went from Moore. We all went and supported him. Like, they still grew up with him, and it's still, we know that football isn't forever, so we get that. But we're still going to support each other no matter what. So we all went.
That's keeping it 100 right there, man. A lot of times people get pissed off.
Well, it's usually not the kids, it's the parents.
Yeah.
It's always the parents.
Big E, you got anything for Mr. Malikai?
Can't think of anything at the moment.
I was asking Big E. Jonah?
No. Keep it going.
I mean, keep it going, man.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. I mean, I think you can have a big year and do some big things, man. The more you win, the more they start looking. So, you knock off people and keep the team poised and keep them, one game at a time. And that's what you got to think, one game at a time, because at the end of the day, man, football is not forever. You just said that. But enjoy it while you can, because when it's over, man, you're old like us, and you can sit back and talk about your glory days. But one thing you can always talk about that, hey, you beat Westmore. A lot of people can't say that, but you can, and you can hold that trophy proud. I got that on the screen right now. You can hold that trophy proud and be like, hey, man, I'm the one that knocked off Westmore, beat him my senior year, so that's big time. But before I let you go, give some shout outs to some of the guys on the team that that don't know about Keep It 100, but we should get to know about and follow.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna just start with my linemen. Like, as y'all can tell, I'm a lot more comfortable in the pocket now, and it all started with them. You can't. I got to get the ball from my center, which is Seth Freeman, number 1 long snapper in the country, 5-star, committed to OU.
Wait. Say that one more time. His name is what?
His name is Seth Freeman.
Well, hey, Seth, let's give him a call right here on 3-Way and tell him forgo his senior year. Let's go to OU right now. I mean, because they need him. They need him bad. Bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
And then with my guards, I got Che Larney, and then I got Jackson Forney. I can't, they got a lot of them they play too. And then with my left tackle, I got Grayson Groover committed to Air Force. So, he's doing his thing. He's about 6'4", or like 3. He's a big dude. I don't even know. Then we got he's actually a sophomore, so he's a big time step up for us. And he actually played extremely well, like, especially in a big game like that it was. Westmore very first game starting, and he was doing his stuff. And then on my wideouts, that's where we really get talking, man. You ain't heard of like these people, but like they is ballers. we got John L. Alexander. He wears number 2. He's my outside, which is my Z. And then at W, we got Tucker Stoll, which is Hayden Stoll's brother, number 8. But Tucker wears, I think he wears like 12 or something like that. Well, he wears 11, yeah. Oh, wait, no, that's it. Anyway, he's good. Then we got Andre Lee, other slot. I gave all of these dudes catches. They all got to their landmarks. I just took it to where we practice. And then on defensive side is solid, as y'all can see. I mean, 51 yards and, 48 minutes? That's unheard of.
Yeah, you guys got to shut him down. You know, real quick, you know, they had a little small corner out there on Westmore. Was you trying to pick on him?
Jaden, yeah, I mean, no. Well, at the end of the day, he came to us and he left. So, you know, it was, if you're on the opposite side, you know, with us, I'm against you on the field. But outside of the field, we can be all cool. But when I step on the field, there ain't no.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying because his size, you know, he was kind of undersized, and it felt like you just kind of kept going at him. And their safety number 9, they finally pulled him off the field, but I feel like he just couldn't get the job done. You know, no help, and it's like you was dropping dimes in there, and he was nowhere to be seen. So, did you see a lot of stuff on film that y'all could take advantage on him? You know.
Oh yeah, for sure. I seen none on film, and I was like, you know, he's pretty big, but he's not very disciplined. So all night I was picking on him. I broke him a couple times. I had to truck him. You know, I had to pick on him, throw him. I had to look him away. And then we had Jaden, number 5. He was playing corner. Yeah. Wasn't very disciplined. I seen that on film. And then they also like to disguise like cover 2 and give me my whole shots, or we could do like a double post or something. And the safety, like as a safety, you can't be right in that situation. Are you going to take the short post or are you going to take the big post? So we practice all week getting to our landmarks for little plays like that. And so it just opened up. You practice. You don't rise to the occasion. You fall back to what you practice. That was what we was doing all spring at team camp. We started doing it after we seen that we wasn't going to the playoffs last year. We started getting on our grind for this year.
Yeah.
Everything.
I did think of a question. Has Coach Bryant lost his voice yet?
I think he actually did after that game.
Yeah.
That was the happiest I've ever seen Coach. I'm talking we Gatorade bathed him. He was smiling, talking. It was like 11:30, and he was kicked up, feet up on the desk, smiling, just only one.
He had a cigar in his mouth.
He deserves that. He's a great coach, man. But
yeah,
I remember when I was at Choctaw, it was always I don't know. He just gets so worked up in practice. He'd be yelling. It doesn't matter if we were doing good, doing bad. He was just yelling, and then his voice would be gone.
That is literally what Bryant is known for. It doesn't matter if you perfect, you scored, did all that. He's still going to have something to say.
Yeah.
But a good coach, though.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, he ain't doing his job.
Well, Malikai, man, like I said, we appreciate you coming on, man. I love it when you text me back, man. Keep in touch with me. I want to post your stats. I want to talk about you weekly, what you're doing, man, because at the end of the day, I want to see you keep grinding, get a chance to go play at the next level, no matter what level it is, man, as long as you get your school paid for. And one thing, too, that you can always look at, too, man, if you're never going to play, you know, if you don't go play in the NFL or whatever, I think you really should get in coaching, too, man. You kind of know your stuff, man, you know, the X's and O's, and that's the thing that we're talking about with a lot of these coaches. They don't know it, man. They're on the staff, but they really don't know what they're doing. But, you know, you're talking about the high post, the low post, and, hey, he's here and he's not dropping there. And that's what it all starts at with a young man like you teaching other young men, you know. So, you know, good luck to you this come Friday night against sophomore. I think you guys will take business, be sitting at 2-0. Get ready for district play, man. Enjoy that big win over Westmore. Like I said, you're the second quarterback to ever beat Westmore, I think, in the last 20-some years. So, man, enjoy that, man. That's big time, though. And I know some of those guys wish they would have stayed over. But, hey, you snooze, you lose. The grass ain't always green on the other side. So, guess what? They're still out watering their yard, and your yard is green. So you keep doing your big thing and take care of business. And let everybody know about Keep It 100 Oklahoma School Sports, man, because we're here to support everybody. You got a player that wants to come on, let us know, and we'll get them on too.
Yes, sir.
Guys, anything else?
No, sir.
No, thank you for coming on, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too.
I like it, man. Really puzzled, ready to be good.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think we need to plug that up, or you think we'd be good?
We'll be all right. Yeah. the MacBooks, their battery life's pretty good.
Okay. I ain't had it plugged up for a couple of days, though. That's all.
No, it was full charge when
Okay.
Yep.
All right, we'll come back. Welcome back to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. Like I said, we got off the phone with Moore's outstanding quarterback, second quarterback to ever beat Wes Moore. So he can take that for the rest of his life. He can walk around Moore, give him free food. Cane's, McDonald's, the garage, whatever they got. Take care of this man. He beat Wes Moore. Coach White got a little bit of work to do. Get beat again this week. Get sophomore, sitting at 0-2. It's going to be a long season for some of these teams. Zoe, another one, sitting at 0-2. Robert Jones said, hey, guess what? I'm going to get off that loser's bus and get on the winner's bus. Went down to Booker T and beat that charter school because they're not Booker T like they used to be. Not taking down from the Dale City Eagles, but Booker T is not who they used to be. So, but folks, like I said, we're going to talk about some of these high school games from week 1 and keep on moving and talk about some of the games going into week 2. So, going into week 1, you get the big win. In 6A, you got Jinx getting beat by Owasso.
Owasso playing, huh?
Owasso with a new head coach. Taking care of business, man. Don't have all the stars that Jinx has, but coaches just one game at a time. But when you can knock off Bigsby to knock off Jinx with all the guys that Jinx had moving in, one of the top backs in the state, and held him in check pretty much. I mean, pretty much held him in check. I don't have the stats numbers in front of me, but he didn't get loose. I mean, I think he got 1 touchdown, had a fumble, but pretty much held him in contain. They only scored 21 points, and Owasso scored 42. And you got that many movies, man. You expect them to be a little bit better, but it takes chemistry. And think about it, you got to play these teams again. So there's some things that that Jinx to do the second time around. So is Bigsby. Bigsby got on the winning board and took care of business against Sand Springs. But I just tell you right now, Owasso is the hottest team out. Will they go undefeated? Probably not. It's wide open, folks. I'm telling you, 6A big is wide open.
I think it's all wide open.
Then you look at Bigsby, like I said, getting the win over Sand Springs, scoring 50 points. Coach Montgomery said, hey, you know what? I don't think I've ever lost 2 in a row, and it ain't going to start this year. So guess what? We're going to get back on the winning track. They got Choctaw in a couple weeks. Should be a good game. See what Choctaw can do against that team. Bigsby
They've been
last
close
time.
Many times.
But last time Bigsby played them, and they beat them 77-7.
That is true.
So I don't think it's going to be close this time.
Then it's not going to be a good game.
I don't know. when you got your players right up in the stadium with a horse.
That's what I'm talking about. I like it.
Juju said this way we roll. And I think Juju's one of the best players in the state of Oklahoma. He's kind of
absolutely.
It's just his size. But you know what? Hell with the size. The kid can play. He can play, man. He's tiny. I watched one of his little highlights somebody made of him, man. Cash Williams is a good quarterback. I think this is it. If Corbin's gonna make a run, it's gonna be this year. I don't think you'll have anything. And not knocking them, but
the well is dry.
It's drying up.
I don't know what
I was
they
just
have
in the
to-
hallways on Friday.
That don't mean nothing.
I was in the little school.
It's always like that.
I'm just saying, Big E.
Into spring ball.
Spring ball, they come in.
They
They must bust them in.
They bust them in.
Let's bust them in because I had grandparents' day at Westfall, and I tell you, I stuck out like a sore thumb in that school.
But they know who you was there for.
They knew I was there. I was Ivy's.
Ivy's
I got to tell this story real quick. You ready?
Yeah.
So me. I'm not a big Choctaw, honk the horn, get on their bandwagon. So I'm sitting there, and my granddaughter's there. His papa, his grandparents' day. So me and my wife go, and I'm sitting there, and Ivy's, Ivy's, she's the queen of the class, Ivy got older siblings, so she talks like she's one of us. And so this older lady, she's like, "Excuse me, sir, do you coach?" I said, "No, I work for Miller Coors." And she said, "Oh, okay." And I said, "Yeah." She said, "My son-in-law coach." I said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah, he coach at Choctaw." I said, "Okay, who is he?" She said, "Jake Corbin." I said, "Holy shit!" Out of all the damn people my granddaughter could sit by, she sit by Jake's kid, but the kids don't know no better. But I always tell everybody in class, keep it 100 though. So that's what we do over here, keep it 100. But it's pretty cool though. But it was just funny though, because I was walking down the halls and I was like, man, I don't see nobody that look like me in here. So I just be keeping it 100. But like I said, I think if Choctaw's gonna make a run at anything this year, we'll find out what they can do. They're talking about the the going playing at the what they call it, the Sunflowers. What's Kansas called?
Sunflower State.
Sunflower State. So we'll see what they made of. I mean, I know they try to make these teams bigger than what they really are. That Lubbock team they had some good players, but they can't play with Choctaw. And Carl Albert tried to get to play that team, and that team wouldn't even call Carl Albert, man. They're like, they wouldn't even call Coach Dunn back like, hey, man, we can't touch y'all. I mean, y'all are 5A, and
What are they?
They might be 5A or 4A. But Texas, is bigger, but when they knew who Carl Albert was, they didn't want no part of Carl Albert, though. But they got the game in. But, keep moving on. So you got Bigsby with the win. You get Stillwater with the big win. Stillwater looks pretty good. They got some new players, man. Still doing a zombie defense. I watched that game this morning.
Muskogee good?
Not Muskogee good. They got to get running back that came from Dell City. So, I mean, they got the quarterback can run too. Big lefty, probably about 6'2", 6'3", throw the ball a little bit. Got a freshman, number 2, that can move a little bit. With the Dell City running back, Shandon Green. Kid I liked a lot when he was at Dell City. He took his talents up to Stillwater, but he ran hard. I don't know if he got hurt. I don't remember seeing him at the end of the game, but, he's going to give people some fits because he can run hard. He runs between the tackles, too. So, Stillwater's going to be a team that, hey, you can't sleep on. They're big up front. I mean, they're just – I don't know what they do out there, what they feed them out there, but, man, it's just a whole different ball game when you're looking at Stillwater, D-line and O-line, man. And that zombie, though. One thing about that zombie, I was thinking, man, when y'all played them Big E.
What was that?
When y'all played Stillwater, the last time, there's a lot of things you could have done against that team, that you got to throw quick screens because they're not in good position. I mean, really, they're not.
There's not a lot I could have done.
Well, I mean, your team.
I was over here.
Hey, it takes one player from player 1 to player 99. They're all one player. It means it takes a team to win. It don't take one individual. So parents listen to that. Don't take one. Even though your kid's a star, it takes the whole team to win. So when you get beat, don't blame the team. Make sure your kid's part of that too, because everybody wants to say, man, I love my man Key1, but I ain't heard nothing on Twitter this week. Have you, Big E? He been quiet. He been quiet this week. Come on, Key. You gotta keep it 100.
No, I got a parlay right now, so I'm having don't gamble, kids. But
you can't take it.
No hashtag.
So
I ain't see no hashtag.
I'm paying attention to
what's Key1 say? Hashtag what?
Tell it.
Tell it. I ain't heard him tell nothing this week. Key, you been quiet. I'm calling you out. Say something. You got beat at home. What 22 move-ins? Jiminy Christmas.
22. That's
22.
a whole new roster.
That's a whole new roster. But the team I think is going to do a lot of damage, man, in 6A football. It's going to be Deer Creek. I think Deer Creek is – man, you got 17 restarts. You got a good quarterback, and they're very I think Deer Creek's a team. Just knocked off Ed Memorial. Did you say no?
No. I don't think Dell City can compete with those Tulsa schools.
Dell City couldn't?
Deer Creek.
Or Deer Creek.
No,
I meant to say Deer Creek.
No, man, Biggie, why not? You got 17 returning starters. You got chemistry. That's what's wrong with Jinx. They don't have chemistry.
Do they have depth, though?
Who?
Deer Creek.
They got enough. I mean, they're going to have.
I don't think so. I just don't think. As far as 6A1 goes,
he's just going off that.
As far as 6A1 goes, when has a school outside of Tulsa ever been good in 6A1?
But times is changing, Big E. I mean, it's changing. It really is. I mean, look. Did you think Owasso was going to beat Bigsby in?
That's a Tulsa school.
I'm just saying. Did you think Owasso they ever done that the last few years? Did you not?
I didn't think that would happen, but it's still a Tulsa school.
Jonah, when we did the show, he's like, "Oh man, next Bigsby won. Next."
That is true. We did do that.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we
also,
call these teams
another
off.
note I wanted to make right there.
Talk to me.
Is I was looking at the national high school rankings.
Yeah,
you got 3 schools from Oklahoma ranked.
And they're all from Tulsa. Huh?
All from Tulsa. They got Owasso, Jinx, and Bixby in the top.
Well, it's probably only got one left
schools.
in there now.
Yeah, probably.
Because the other two been knocked off.
Yeah. Well, Bixby will probably still be in there because even after Bixby lost, they were still in there.
I still think Deer Creek will be one of those teams going to play for the top. They'll be playing up. I just think. I mean, mark my word. Listen to me. I know sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong, but I really think Deer Creek is going to be there. I think Deer Creek would have walked away with 6A small. There's nobody. Maybe Muskogee would have gave him a game, but nobody else. Not Carl Albert, but Choctaw or Stillwater.
Who do you know at Deer Creek? Somebody at Deer Creek? Fill in your pocket?
No.
He's just going off that win from Memorial last week.
No, I mean, it's a big win.
Right.
I mean, it's a big win.
He probably didn't even watch the game.
I mean, They don't have to watch the game.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying it's a big win. I just think Deer Creek.
I think
got
you change
17.
your mind if you went and watched the Deer Creek game.
I mean, I'm gonna watch the game. Then I give
Okay,
feedback
let's do
next
that
week.
first. Let's watch a game.
Okay.
And come back before you
Y'all
start
pick a
giving-
game. We'll pick a game. So let's go down to
Nothing
5A.
against Deer Creek. I'm just
No, nothing
these
against Deer
Tulsa
Creek.
schools are different. man.
Bishop Beginners, they come back in the winning. They get the win over Bishop Kelly, 39-25. So they get them in the winning column. Another team that I think is going to do big damage in 4A. I'm not 5. I'm talking about 5A. It's Collinsville. I think Collinsville is going to be a team you got to watch out
5A
for.
is wide open.
5A is wide open. We'll talk about that when we get down to these teams, Jonah. 5A is kind of wide open, but I do like Collinsville. You know, Tuttle gets the win over Newcastle. Newcastle's good, guys.
Who said
They got a
that?
quarterback. He's big and good.
I'm just saying I like the
This
way
guy?
their offense moved the ball.
Well, they didn't move it the other night.
They did not. But
That was a scrimmage, vanilla.
Newcastle's good, guys.
I would just
No,
say it's
they're
a
not
team-
good.
I was just saying it is a team to look out for.
They lost their two best players to Tuttle. No, they're not good, Big E.
That's
And they lost to Tuttle.
21 is not a lot of points.
No, it's not a lot of points. It's a good game. I mean, Newcastle can still do some things in Big 5A, though. So you look at that. Then you look at Midwest City. People was cheering, where my Bombers at? And I said, they ain't showed up yet. Where my Bombers at? They ain't showed up yet. So Midwest City gets beat again, 49-0.
They haven't scored a touchdown.
They haven't scored a touchdown in 2 weeks.
What?
Folks, you're in the
Even
second.
from last year, too?
Well, I'm talking about.
No, I think last year or something like
last
that. It was
year.
like
When they got beat by
Who we talking about?
Midwest City, the Bombers.
they haven't
Oh.
scored a touchdown.
Yeah, they're no good.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, you know what, Biggie? I'm
No.
not gonna say they're no good. I think they got some players. They just don't have in
Do
the
you
right
think
spot.
they keep that coach, the stack, to keep Carl Albert good?
You know, me and
'Cause
Coach
there's no
Thomas talked about
reason
this. That
to keep him.
and and I don't like to talk about Marlon. I don't ever say anybody should get fired or
I'm
anybody
not
should
saying
go.
fired, but I can't go to work and somebody's got cancer and I don't see it, and you keep me and over and over again. No, you my patient. I'm missing shit. You want to keep me?
Me personally, I like Coach Hall. I mean, I think it's time to I'm gonna keep it 100. I think it's time to bring in a bomber. No, no.
But you're not
Listen,
answering my question though.
is it time for him to go?
I'm not saying that.
I
Are
think
they keeping him.
to keep Carl Albert good, but
keep
why?
Carl
You
good.
still got Dell City.
But Dale City is Dale City though.
I don't know. I mean, that's a great question because, but I mean, we're gonna talk about Carl Albert here in a second. I mean, I think
I'm
Midwest.
not saying it to talk
No,
about
no,
Carl
no,
Albert,
no,
I'm
no.
just saying.
I'm saying I think Midwest City got some players, man. I do.
Yeah, that back was pretty nice.
I just don't think the offense is kind of like
I don't
the
know
quarterback
what
could.
There's no identity.
No identity. Don't throw to the tight end. Didn't really roll out. The quarterback. I mean, I don't know who he's going to, but parents get your money back.
Just get your money back.
I mean, just and no, I can't even say it's his first game because it's his second game. It just didn't have any identity. Midwest City just don't look like Midwest City. I mean, and that's hard to say because being wearing black and gold, playing in in the semifinals and the state championship. You played in 2. You played in 3 actually, and getting beat, but it just don't look like the same. And I know teams change and things change, but Midwest City's not Midwest City, man. No fans in the stands. The band didn't really even go off, man. I mean, kudos to the Carl Albert fans. Came out, supported them. Carl Albert, I mean, they got some good pieces. Where they get
They
good.
need
Midwest
City needs some of that bomber magic to come back.
I mean, but that's what I'm talking about, Big E. That's why I said you might need to bring into a younger bomber coach, somebody that played under that tradition, man. I mean,
Who would be some guys that
I mean,
fit that description?
I mean, I don't.
Jonah, could you go coach high school?
I ain't got time.
I ain't got time. I mean, you're gonna have to tear that house down and rebuild
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Man. It's a remodel, man. It
Man,
ain't
it's
like
just kids out of position. You got a
yeah.
corner that's 2'9".
Yeah. I mean, I watched the game back, and I mean, they threw a pass to I think to number 6, Tayshawn, and he's backpedaling to catch it. It looked like a punt, not knocking Carl Albert's quarterback, but even the commentator said he threw a duck, and so Tayshawn just a good enough athlete to catch the ball, but I mean the guy that was covering him was just 2'2", and
Damn, he lost some inches. At least gave him 2'9".
I mean, I'm just saying it's just not a good matchup. Like, why would you put
Why would you put that dude on?
on him?
Like,
This guy's a Power 5. Had offers from everybody
you
in the
watch
nation.
film and say, you know what?
Yeah. We're gonna put our smallest corner on their best player. I mean,
with no help.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like to knock nobody because never want
It ain't knocking.
nobody ever lose their job.
Keeping
but
it 100.
I think it's time to make some moves though. You're giving up 49 points. and then you give up 13 points against Piedmont. Piedmont's probably not that. Piedmont's probably not that good. But you haven't scored in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of problems. You got Del City coming up. I mean, it's gonna be tough, man. I mean, you know, unless their district is weak, man, they're gonna be fighting to get into the playoffs too. And you know, when you start missing playoffs, that's when I think you got to start scratching your head and saying, "Hey, are we making the right decisions?" Because I mean,
did they even get a first down?
I thought the same thing. I did.
I don't even think I remember seeing a first down.
But Carl Albert, you know, I think they got. You know, I think Elijah kind of proved Jonah wrong and says, "Hey, I'm not too soft. I can't run the ball between the
never
tackles."
said soft. I said pretty.
Pretty. I'm sorry, but I guess he had the war paint on, so he went to war.
He had his hard hat on.
Yeah,
but that wasn't what I said.
He still scored a touch. I think he had a 50-yard touchdown. But
so why don't he get any run?
I don't know. I mean,
Is it one of those things that a kid comes over?
And I mean, I think they're trying to get the. I think they're trying to get the. You're trying to get the chemistry. You're trying to get the chemistry. They play both QBs. And they looked all right. I mean, I think the young man, number 4, I think he gives you the better opportunity to win ball games. You know, his throwing ain't. I mean, it ain't super great. But
my thing, why don't they? If the QB can't make every throw, I'm talking about the other quarterback. Not what was he at 11? What number?
Number 11. Yeah.
Why not change
Devin?
Yeah. Why not 6 and 7? Bring them in and run more small game.
What do you mean?
Because he can't throw the deep ball. 6 and 7 is going to get, after a while, they're going to just be, okay, I'm just going to focus on defense.
Yeah.
The ball. Like LJ needs to be out of the box, and he needs to probably run H or something. I would probably put 7 or 12 when he comes back, like at a tight end, hybrid tight end type thing.
Yeah, that's where he plays, yeah.
And run more slip screens, that type of stuff, more short game stuff.
Well, let me finish because
I actually like the other quarterback.
Which one, number 4?
No, I like number 11. He managed the game. Just get the ball to your playmakers and let them. I still like
number 4. I
like him. Number 4 is a better quarterback.
No, I'm saying I like number 4.
Keep him on the field as well. I don't think he needs to be off the field.
No, he don't need to come off the field.
I think
he was hard.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I like him, even at tailback.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, yeah, I'm
right
there with you.
11 manage it. Just come in tight, run more small game stuff. Because you ain't gonna be able to run those punts that you were running the other day, where he's just fair catching. No, that's pick.
When
you I'm covering. That's pick. I'm taking that to the house.
Del City DBs or know some teams that got some good DBs. Yeah, that's a pick. I like to say. You know, and right now you probably could do through preseason. You could play both quarterbacks until you say, "Hey man, we're gonna go with one." Johnson's done this long enough. Mike's done this long enough. They know what they're doing. I did like Anderson. He got in the game and had a pretty good run. I like to see him throw the ball just to see where he's at.
I think it's time to get the new kids ready.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, you know, Mike, I ain't trying to tell you how to coach, but I'm an Anderson fan. You know, but I would love to see.
Specifically Anderson. I'm just saying.
No, Delijah. I mean, I think Delijah needs to get some more touches.
He needs to at least get 10, 12 carries.
Yeah. I mean, when he did that to the 9, okay. They've been talking about, but I mean, he cut and hit it hard, and had another gear.
LJ, I think it's just time to go to.
I mean, I think he needs to play a little bit of slot. I mean, he just did. I mean, I know he broke one, but I still don't think you're gonna be able to do that against big time teams, though. You know, when you're playing some big time teams, I don't know if you're gonna be.
But he's been out of the game for a year because they didn't use him. They didn't use him.
He's a good sized kid. I tell you, he's cut up. I mean, he could probably go with a power lift and meet some match on it. So, but I think Carl Albert's gonna be all right. I mean, their defense is nasty. Number 8, whoever he is, I don't know his name offhand, but he's gonna get a lot of throws, balls thrown at him. So he should be able to lead the state in picks because he's gonna get a lot of balls thrown his way. 7 is a grown man out there though, man, and they're playing him at free safety. I do like that. I think he played corner early in his career, but I do like him at free. I mean, he's a good sized kid. He runs and he can jump. So I mean, they're not gonna throw the ball the way to Tayshawn's way, so they ain't gonna worry about it. The guy we had on the show, he didn't run the ball any. K. Davis, I didn't see him.
I don't know. Like I said, I think they're just trying to get LJ.
Trying to get him getting the work.
Rhythm, because you had, like I said, a year out of running the ball. Your rhythm is.
Their D front is good. I mean, their D's good. I mean,
who?
Carl Roberts.
Right. I'm talking about tailback. What are you talking
about? No, I'm just saying their defense is good, so they're gonna be.
Defense is good to keep them in the game, but they're gonna have to score some points.
O-line. I mean, I think they're trying to.
That's why I said quick game.
Yeah, they're learning. They're young. I think they're gonna be good next year. You got a bunch of sophomores and juniors starting, so that which is good for the future though. So but I mean, Carl Harper's gonna be Carl Harper. I mean, they're gonna do their thing. They got 25 coaches, so they're gonna break it down and have it ready to go. So good job to them beating Midwest City. Moving on to Lawton. Mac, the team I picked that probably could win it all, beat up on Lawton Ike, beat them 57-20. Good win for them. Dell City gets back on the winning track. Like I said, beating Booker T.
Is Jones calling the plays now?
Jones did a good job, scored some points. I watched him, did some good things, man.
Is he going to get somebody mid-season, or he's going to take it?
He's going to take it over. He said he got to work on his goal line. Get down in the red zone. He got to call better plays, man. And he got to stay with the run a little bit more. You got two good backs at Holmes and the kid from El Reno. So quarterback looks pretty good. I think I watched the quarterback, man. One thing I saw with him, he throws a fastball. Everything's a fastball.
He has no touch.
It's like, it's no touch.
Everything's
man.
a zero ball.
Everything's zero ball. Well, I'm trying to get it there as quick as I can. Even when he was trying to throw little dumps. But the kid's a good sized kid. I think he's just a sophomore. So you give him some. You give him this year and give him here the next few years. He could be really really nice. Good size. I mean, you're already 6'3". You can see over the. I mean, especially when you can see down the field. And and your lineman, you can see over your lineman. It makes it big time for you. Let's move on to 4A. 4A, you had Weatherford beating Kingfisher 20-3. Hara made the table. Hara made the table today because they got the win over McLeod. Big time win over McLeod. The rival, Coach Bleak got it going on over there. Hara, I mean, it's gonna be tough because he's gonna have to go through the gauntlet to get in the playoffs. But if he can knock off some of these teams, man, he could be that 4th seed, get in there and have a chance to go do some big things. But they get the win over McLeod, 47-27. Bethany over John Marshall. John Marshall just building a new football stadium for no reason. Save that bond money and give it to somebody else. Because John Marshall's, the Bears is, keep it 100.
Really, the last time I remember them being good was when they had, I think his name was Devontae Lee, that big running back.
They went to Nevada.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's the last time. They won a state championship then, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
But, they're done. So, but Harry, like I said, Bethany gets the win over John Marshall. Wagner, I think it's the number 1 team in 4A, gets the win over Coweta, a 5A team, beat them pretty good with 36-7. OKC Douglas.
They won.
They got a win over Star Spencer. That's Battle of the Soul Bowl. Guaranteed the bands are going off at halftime. That's probably more entertaining than the game. But Coach Turner gets his first win, I think, as a head coach for the Douglas Trojans. So OKC not the Dodgers, but OKC Douglas gets the win over Star Spencer. What was it? 22-12. Washington, supposed to be one of the top teams at 2A. 2A, 3A, they get the win over Sulphur. Tough game, they get the win 27-24. It was a good game. Then you got Pauls Valley takes Davis as running back and get the win over him, over them, 31-14. That's what happens. You have people transfer from your school and go play them. Now they come over and beat you up. Ask Newcastle about it. Lincoln Christian gets the win over Heritage Hall. Big time game right there. 28-20. Heritage Hall is always good every year. Hey, what happened to the young man that was at Heritage Hall that's at OU? What's he doing?
He went to OSU or Bass.
No.
Which one?
Yeah.
Bass?
Or Bass.
Bass.
Yeah, he's still
ACL.
going through rehab through his ACL.
Oh, okay. So he ain't even playing for him then, huh?
He's probably going to redshirt this year.
Then you go down to 2A, you get Stroud over Chandler, 21-14. Then you get Jones Longhorns over Kempner, a team that returns a lot of players, and beat them 33-0 at their house. And you got to give some love to Luther. Get the win over our man Ginn. 2 coaches that we know. What's coach's name over at Luther?
Lunsford.
Lunsford gets his first win as a head coach. Was on Harris' staff. Now he gets the head coach job, and he got beat up last week by Jones, but he gets his first win. So anytime you get one win, it's a big win for you. But real quick on the Jones, man, my buddy Roman calls me the other day and tell me, man, Jones is good. Jones is good. I said, Roman, you played 2 games. Season's long, so you played 2 games. Oh, man, we beat Kempner. They got, everybody returning. I said, Jones. I said, wait, man. Just wait. I mean, let the season play out. So call me week 5, week 6 and say that. folks, you never know what's going to happen.
schedule
You
is
just never
pretty
know
good.
what's going to happen, man. I mean,
Gotcha.
guys get hurt. People, kids have been held out and been held. I mean, like the one young man, did you hear about the kid from that left Broken Arrow, the track star that went over to Jinx? Wanted to be receiver, but he went over to Jinx and they ruled him ineligible. Somebody's academics, so guys, make sure you guys are doing this stuff right. Parents, when you guys are transferring these kids out and moving on, make sure you're doing the right thing for them. Don't hold them back, man. Because one thing you don't want to do is
they are doing it, and the coaches are just saying, "Oh, I got you."
Yeah, and I think that was the whole deal with the Jinx kid. I mean, and it's his senior year. Somebody said he played. I don't know if he played the other night. If he did play, he didn't help him. But I mean, just you see Jinx get beat like that, man. You're like, holy cow. But let's talk about some of these big games this week. What we got?
Yeah. So starting off in 6A1, you got Moore Southmore. I mean, Moore should win that pretty handedly, but
Yes.
Southmore, they didn't look. I mean, they got a win this season so far. So
I think Southamore's a young team, man. I mean, and they're playing in the small 6A, so they got a chance to go do some things. They can play with these big boys and go down and play in 6A small. They might be able to do some damage.
Norman
Yeah,
North, Deer
absolutely.
Creek might be a good game.
Yeah, Norman North, Deer Creek. Norman North did drop one in Norman last week, but and then you got the backyard bowl, Jinx versus Union. That's always a good game. Probably
Jinx, they both coming off a loss too.
Yeah, I think
I'm
so.
gonna pick Jinx in that one.
Yeah, I think I'd have to do the same. 6A2, you got Choctaw going up to Kansas. I forget what school they're playing up in Kansas, but they'll be up there this week. And then you got, let's see, 6A2. I guess there's not really not many games going
Is
on.
that Zoe playing Carl Albert?
They play Carl Albert this week.
Lawton Ike playing Carl Albert. Yeah, I think isn't it Zoe's at Lawton, like Lawton High, right? Okay, yeah. So
I mean, real quick, let's talk about that though. Zoe drops another one to Enid. He drops his first one a lot night, 28-20. Then he lost to Enid pretty good. I mean, what do you guys think of Zoe? You think he got a chance to do some big things up there? Or is it going to be long, 3 or 4 years up there?
It's just hard to say. I mean, because it's a military school. You don't know what you have from day to day. I mean, I don't think much is expected out of him at Lawton. I mean, the longevity of his job, or what are you saying? Like, to win anything?
Just to win. I mean, you got to win. I mean, they're not going to keep paying you to lose. I mean, I don't care.
What is Lawton expecting then?
Lawton was one of those teams at first. I mean, they got some athletes.
What, the 80s, 90s?
But you got to make people want to come to your school, though, man. That's what it's all about. It's about come to us.
You ever been to Lawton?
He's so far away.
Yeah.
You ever been to Lawton?
There's nothing in Lawton.
You ain't
Obviously,
convinced.
they got 3 high schools. There's something in Lawton.
A base.
Army base, and not much else.
A mountain.
They got a mall.
They got a mountain and a base.
And nobody should be in trouble at Lawton. They all should have straight A's.
Well,
I'm
they
just
need to
saying.
combine all schools together.
Only way you can get me to go to Lawton is if they built, I don't know.
What?
I don't know. You'd have to put something out there. A sports book.
He said sport.
Boy, you and your gambling.
Yeah,
Put a casino out there or a sports book. Yeah, I might come to Lawton. But don't gamble.
But like I was saying,
yeah.
I mean, he win 6, 7 games? They're good.
I mean, you think they'll win that many, though?
I'm just saying, I mean, not the first year. I'm just saying over time, that's going to be good for him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Back to this week's matchups, though. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hungry. Let's see. Not a whole lot of marquee, good on good matchups going on this week. Ada versus McAllister. Ada, a 4A school, pretty good 4A school. Going up against McAllister, that could be a good one right there. It looks like Bishop McGinnis is taking a trip to Texas to play Dallas Bishop Lynch. And then you got, let's see what else. Yeah, that's really about it for 4A, or that's 5A mixed in with 4A. All these things are all a little weird.
Well, it's all over because, you got teams, going
Right.
I mean, since it's still preseason.
Right.
Yeah. Here's a good game that I think will be really good. Bethany at Jones. That should be a good game.
Bethany's a 4A team, and Jones is 2. I might go check that game out this Friday night.
Yeah. So that one should be interesting right there. And then, let's see, already talked about that one. 3A, you got Davis versus Sulphur. That'll be a good matchup for
Sulphur
the
should
that
get the
3A,
win. I mean, they
2A.
barely lost to Washington, so Sulphur should get the win. And Davis just got beat by Pauls Valley, and they lost their running back to Pauls Valley. So
Yeah.
see how that goes.
Then you got Prague versus North Rock Creek. That should be a pretty good one. Cushing versus Perkins. So, but yeah, I think that's really about it for all the, big matchups this week.
It's horrible.
Yeah, so before we get out of here, though, I want us to tell one little quick story about, your football career, something about football. We'll start with you, Big E, then I'll finish up.
Oh, all right. Funny story I got. That's actually funny because we were. It involves Coach Bryant. We were just talking to his quarterback. But so we go to. I think we're at Putnam City. I think we were playing at Putnam City, and we would get snacks before the games and everything. Like you and Jessica, as leaders of the Touchdown Club, make sure we are taken care of. So always had snacks before the games. Always had meals after the game too. So but yeah. Anyways, so we had a snack. I think I had like a banana. So I finished my banana. I was trying to find a trash can to throw my banana peel in, and the first person that I saw was Coach Bryant. I'm like, Coach, have you seen a trash can in this locker room? I can't find one. And he's like, it's like before the game, and he's like, we're about to play a game and you worry about a trash can? I was like, dude, I'm just trying to throw my trash away. I don't want to throw it on the ground. The reason why I couldn't find the trash can is because Coach Gilbert, if you remember how big and swole he was, standing in front of the trash can, peeling an orange and everything. So, anyways.
He was that big?
Yeah, he was that big. He would block the trash can. So, anyways, he moved, so I ended up throwing it away. So then we show up. I think we had film or something either the next day or a Monday, and I get there early. Or it was class. I had lunch right before we would do film. So I'd finish my lunch early, and I'd just go into the locker room and everything. And I see all the coaches in there in the coach's office, and I just pop my head in and say what's up. And, Coach Bryant brings it up again. He's like, all the coaches, he's like, can you believe what he asked me before the game? He asked me where the trash can was before the game. And then he looks over and he's like, I don't know what you were supposed to say. I don't know what I was supposed to say to that. I was like, you tell me where the trash can is, Coach. And then all the coaches just start busting up laughing. So, that was a pretty good story right there.
Yeah.
I don't have one. No, today.
Well, mine's, I told you I was going to continue from last week. It's called, the movie Angels in the Outfield, but it's Angel in the football field. So we're playing a team in the championship. We had beat the team Wagner, Wawoka. I think it was Wawoka. We beat them in the semifinals. A team that beat us early in the year and made some adjustments. And then we're playing this team in the championship. And we're playing over at Jones State. These are the sixth grade team. I mean, these guys are good. We lost one game the whole year. And they went undefeated through middle school. I don't think they lost the game through middle school. So they're all freshmen now. So I had coached Roman's oldest son, Bo. He had played for me from the time he was probably 8 years old to 12, 13, and that's football and baseball. So I've had to deal with Roman Durham for many, many years. Good guy, but just if anybody knows Roman, he's Roman. So he had asked me, man, Tony, come out and coach. So Ty's fifth grade year, I came out a little bit, but just so hard because, my kids are still doing their things. And so, just putting the dedication to go coach, somebody else's kid and team. And he's like, man, if you come out, you be the head coach. And Roman's the head coach. He said, if you come out, you can be the head coach. So sixth grade, I dedicated. I said, hey, man, it's Ty's last year. Bo, you guys know he's in heaven. And so Roman was like, man, we coached this last year. So I said, okay, I'm going to come coach this last year. Started off, man, we go out and play. I think we played McLeod was our first game. And I'm a running gun. I'm an ass. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to try to beat the brakes off you and talk about your mama, talk about your grandma. I don't give a care. Get better. That's how I feel about it. Get to the gym. Get better. People get mad at me because my daughter lives in the gym, but, hey, I'm sorry. She wants to be there. I don't make her go. I don't have to bribe her to go. She wants to be there. So that's just keeping it real. But we played McLeod, beat the brakes off them, beat the next team, and we ended up losing to that Woka. They beat us. They beat us like 21-12, and they had some things and made some. And I didn't have any film, so I got film on them, made some adjustments. We played them again, and Jonah and Jerry kind of came and out of retirement and helped me prepare for that game. So we're getting the championship. I wish I could. It was a small town team. They had some good sized kids, and it was a good game. It's 8-8. We're going into the third period. Man, they break one. like a 40, 50-yard touchdown. And we're chasing him. And we only probably got 2 or 3 minutes left in the game. And they fumbled on the one. It's weird, man. The kid is wide open. He's running and running and running. And he gets to the 1 yard. He fumbles the ball. And we recover it. We drive it all the way down. So that's one of our angels. He made him fumble, on the one. So we're driving all the way down to go win the ball game.
Oh, I think I remember that. It's like no one near him. No one touched him. He just fumbles the ball.
He just fumbles the ball. So I was like, holy cow, that's Bo looking after us. So we're driving down, and we're to score. And Templeton. And I just one play. You couldn't stop. You fake the sweep. Tight end rolls out, and he rolls that way. No one can stop, especially this, no one's going to stop that because they're all going with that fake. I fake the toss sweep.
At that age group.
Yeah, fake the toss sweep right, and roll back left, bootleg, and then my tight end act like he's blocking, and he'll roll out to the flats, and we end up throwing one, man, and he threw it up, man. And our guy jumps up, our tight end jumps up, man. I mean, he just jumps and flies in the air and catches it, and we win the game. And, and it was Ty's birthday, and Roman told me we won, and he had a mullet. He would cut his hair, and we had a big party. But it was just, it was just weird because, there is angels out there, and just to see that happen, him jump up and catch the ball, and we win the game. We lost one game all year, and it was just to see those guys face and celebrate because they've gotten close but never won, and we won. And, so, I mean, that's my deal with, I always tell your family members you love them. Life is too short. I got a chance to coach Bo for a long time, and, I love that young man. I mean, he did some silly things at my house. I remember one time he made some Roman noodles and did put water in it. So I come home from work. The house smelled like burnt noodles. Yeah. So then another
I'm guilty
time,
of that as well.
My wife had bought this big old thing. The kids, because he came over, Roman with a cut, so he would come over and hang out with Deshaun and Gabe, and Jessica bought this big old thing of pecani sauce, and he dropped it in the kitchen. The kitchen smelled like pecani sauce for a week, and glass everywhere. But I love that kid, man. And so just tell your family members you love them. Don't fight with your brothers and sisters, mom and dad, man, because life's too short. And he left way too soon. And his brother's a stud, and so I get the chance, got to coach him, and I get to follow him. Hopefully he can go do big things, and I think that boy will. I'm gonna see this picture, and he can put his picture up, man. He's a grown man, ain't he, Jonah?
He's big.
Yeah, he's a grown man. But like I said, we want to tell stories of our football careers and just something that happened in life, and I just think that's kind of important is to say, hey, just never forget, where you come from, who you are, because life is too short. If you're mad at somebody, don't be mad at them. Why? What are you mad at them for? I mean, jealousy is a strong deal. Don't be jealous of nobody, man. Just keep working hard and keep doing the things you got to do in life, and it's all going to pay off because God got a plan for everybody that's on this planet right now, and just in our kids and our wives and our family, We're blessed to have a great mom, all of us.
Yeah.
And so I just want to tell you that, but I appreciate you guys watching and listening to another great episode of Keep It 100.